Hi, and welcome to the Ask Dr. Angela podcast with everyone's favorite OBGYN, Dr. Angela Jones. Have you ever been too embarrassed or shy to ask your own doctor about your, girl parts? Well, you've come to the right place to get straight answers. Feel free to ask Dr. Angela anything women's health related. Obstetrics and gynecology? She keeps it real. Pregnancy? She's been there, done that. Menopause? She'll get you through. Young or old, Dr. Angela's got you covered, girl. Now here's Dr. Angela.
What's good, people? This is Dr. Angela, everyone's favorite OBGYN, and I would like to welcome you to episode 244 of the Ask Dr. Angela podcast. So this morning, I got to do one of my favorite things in the whole wide world. I got to take my mini-me to school. I love being able to take her to school, and I'm one of those parents, I don't do the drop-off line. I actually park my car and I walk her into the building and I watch her walk down the hall until she's completely out of view. Love, love, love these moments and appreciate these moments, and they're pretty far and few for me because I'm working all the time. I'm either in the office or I have an early case. Usually my start time is about 7:30 in the morning, and so I don't get to do this that often. So I was able to drop off my mini-me this morning and it completely made my day. So today's question comes from another media outlet, and this is what they said to me. Dr. Angela, laughing gas during childbirth? What's the history? What is it? What are the pros? What are the cons? And it really kind of threw me back. I mean, first of all, I love laughing gas. And when we think about laughing gas, everyone immediately thinks dentist. Because for me, that's where I always get laughing gas. I'm like the biggest baby when it comes to going to the dentist. There's always like this battle trying to decide, who folks prefer to see the least, the dentist or the OBGYN. For me, hands down, it's the dentist. I have so much anxiety going to the dentist. I do go twice a year to make sure that I get my, every 6-month cleaning so that I can avoid having to go. But I am extremely anxiety ridden. I ask for nitrous oxide or laughing gas just for teeth cleanings, but my dentist never lets me do that, so to speak. But anyway, in response to laughing gas during labor, what I'll tell you about it is that once upon a time, it was used pretty regularly on labor and delivery suites throughout the United States. And then came along the epidural, and then laughing gas or nitrous oxide use pretty much went out the window. ACOG, or the American College of OBGYN, who governs how obstetricians and gynecologists such as myself practice medicine, they haven't really released a statement one way or the other, either endorsing or refuting laughing gas's use. Having said such, what I will say to you is that it is largely used in countries like the UK, Australia, and Canada to take the edge off of labor pains. And, due to it being used so widespread in other parts of the world and its previous history of success in the US, as well as more and more demand for this from women and birthing centers across the United States, it's likely to become another option or alternative for coping with the pains that are associated with the labor and delivery process. So I say that to say this. Folks in all parts of the world are using this. Women in the US are looking for alternative ways to be more in control of their labor. And certainly nitrous oxide is a viable option. A couple of pros include it's fast acting, it generally has less side effects than other forms of analgesia, and it is readily reversible. And the other thing that I like about it is that it offers women more control and autonomy during the labor and delivery experience. Possible risks that are associated with nitrous oxide or laughing gas use are going to be things that are pretty common. They include dizziness, nausea, and these are symptoms that are very common with other narcotics that people commonly take. Research is still ongoing as it relates to the effects of nitrous oxide on newborns. However, many of the past studies have found no effects on a newborn's health, their alertness, or their ability to breastfeed after delivery. I have to tell you that as a board-certified OBGYN in the USA, I'm really excited for women to have yet another option for pain control, during labor and delivery. It's minimally invasive. It gives women more control over their labor and delivery experience. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that I'm pretty sure that this is going to be an option of analgesia that will soon be coming to a labor and delivery suite near you. So make sure that you keep your eyes peeled. Once again, thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. I love you guys so much, and I appreciate all the shout outs, the support, and the love that I get via the emails and on all of my social media outlets. If you happen to have a question that you want addressed in the podcast, the best way to reach me is on my website, www.askdrangela.com. That's ASKDRANGELA.com. Click on the big red question mark, and you can either email me your queries or you can click on one of my social media venues. That's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and direct message me. I get those messages as well, and I am happy to answer your questions. In closing, I'd like to leave you with this quote. Remember that pitfalls in your path are places to plant seeds. And of course, that comes to one of my favorite books of inspiration by Sandy Gingras. Until next time, look better, feel better, be better. Looking forward to reconnecting on episode 245 of the Ask Dr. Angela podcast.
Thank you for listening to the Ask Dr. Angela podcast. For more information on women's health and the show notes for this episode, please visit Dr. Angela at www.askdrangela.com. While you're there, don't forget to leave your own message for Dr. Angela. See you soon! All of the information provided and discussed in this podcast is for educational and informational purposes only and should not take the place of consulting a physician. This podcast is not intended to diagnose, treat, or cure any disease or illness and does not and should not replace treatment from a medical professional.